Oh, thanks for coming. Should I get a drink? No left.
No, no.
That'll be down to our Georgina. Can't leave a bottle of Prosecco near her, inhales it, she does. So thanks. Keep running through everything in my head. Have I booked everything I should have? The flowers, the car, the hotel. What if the chef rings in sick? What if the hotel double booked us and 2 weddings turn up on the same day? What if I'm walking down the aisle and I fall on my face because I can't walk in these shoes? My new neighbours are monks. They started free yoga classes at the community centre. I won't lie, I was only going to get skinny for my dress, but I'm actually really enjoying it. Lovelier people you wouldn't meet. I heard someone at the post office calling the monk a blow-in. I said, don't be offended. My ma's still considered a blow-in after 38 years. She only came from Finglas. When she moved here first, there was only 225 houses. Now there's like over 2,000. They didn't even have street lights. Said they lived off the land. When the grandkids heard that, they were like, was there a spire? No. They fished for trout, hunted for pheasants and rabbits, even managed to nab the odd duck. I swear. Duck. Her neighbour Joe still hunts deer. Gave me a bit before to try. What do you think? How did you cook it? In the oven? No, I'll drop you up another bit. This time, fry it like a steak with a bit of onion. Beautiful. It was beautiful. My ma introduced us to the otters in the Talca. Do you remember that? We were laughing. And then she led us to the badgers in the woods. And then we'd break open the little owl things and you'd find the mice and the insects inside. And then you'd follow the trail all the way up to the tall ivy trees where you'd be greeted with the gentle woo-hoo of the owls. Do you remember the others? Do you?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I remember one time in Leitch studies with Sister Carmel. Sister Carmel of Ladiesville National School. Oh. What can I tell you about her? She was pint-sized. I mean, when I was 8, I was about up to here in her, and like the size of me. And she was like real sickly looking. She always sucked these cough drops. She was vicious. I mean, I'm not saying all the nuns were now, but most of them just loved making our lives a misery, do you know what I mean? Tormented us, they did. One day in class, she said, "Has anybody ever seen a bird in the wild?" And I put up my hand. "A rabbit." "A hedgehog." We're down to 2, we're down to 2. "A fox." "An she says, real suspicious. Just me. Winner. Stop lying, Caroline. I'm not lying, sister. Take yourself into that corner and say 100 times, I must not tell lies in class. I was like, no, my ma showed me how to track it now. You check for the fresh droppings on the ground. And then Suzanne McCormick said, Caroline Penrose goes outside of our pew. I wouldn't say me hate moves. When I went home that night, I was real upset. And my ma said to me, what's up, Caroline? I said, nothing. Now she knows I can barely hold me on water, so she kept at me until eventually I told her. She went, liar, she says. Leave that with me. And don't you write a single one of them lines. Oh, Sister Carmel was in for it now. I knew that face. I almost felt sorry for her. Almost. The next day I shuffled into school because I wasn't quite as brave as I was the night before. And then I seen me ma at the door. Sister Carmel, wood. Now normally when we're left on our own, we're all like running amok, but today we're like this, statues, ears, dying to hear what's going on outside. The next minute I hear me ma calling my child a liar, and she barges into the classroom, walks up to the desk, takes a big lump of blue tack, and she's pulling it apart, squashing lumps on the back of these pictures she's holding in her hand. Then she walks up to the blackboard and she goes, a picture of my Caroline with a pheasant, a rabbit, a fox, and she goes on, slam, 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 until all the pictures are on the board. I swear, I think there was one of me eating a turkey at Christmas. Then she stands back, surveys her work, looks at the kid, their eyes like saucers and their mouths wide open. And then she walks up to Sister Carmel and she says, don't you ever call my child a liar. Sister Carmel never doubted a word that came out of my mouth again. But she should have, because they're lies that came out of my mouth. We got on to talking about that. I was telling you about the yoga. So we went along to the yoga, right? And I swear, I was like a geriatric. Every time I moved, I'd like pop or click or crunch. And I was like, the next day I was so stiff. But it wasn't like gym stiff, you know, the legs are hanging off you going up the stairs. It was more like a gentle twist when I move funny. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, that monk, he says to me, I give you some calming exercises because right, the wedding's been getting on top of me, right? And I have been planning it for so long and there's so much to do and I just want it to be perfect. Do you know what I mean? So the monk gave me the exercises to calm me down and the other half said I was like much calmer and I was sleeping like a baby. I know the classes are great. Real bit of calm amidst the chaos. And plenty of chaos, don't we? I mean, Mulhuddard makes the headlines for all the wrong reasons. Shootings, drugs, crime. I bet if we looked out that window, we could go through every single house and everybody would have a story to tell. One of the few times the monk opened his mouth, because in fairness he didn't really say very much, I should really take a leaf out of his book, but you know, he said, the collective consciousness. I was like, Now, I didn't really get what he meant initially, but the more I walk around here, the more I see what he means. You can see it in the pain etched on people's faces when they've lost someone too soon through addiction or violence or suicide. Like, I know you think that when you die, you leave all that behind you, but you don't. You don't bring anything with you. You just pass that pain on to somebody else. Usually the friend or the family you've left behind. And then they lie there, night after night, wondering how they could have helped, or made it stop, or like racking their brain, trying to think what they could have done differently. Souls taken so abruptly, they tend to linger in the atmosphere. They say the ghost of a little girl still roams around these fields. She holds a little bunch of twigs and giggles when she meets you. Sometimes she'll even creep into your house to cause a bit of mischief. And then there's the man in the big black cloak who levitates along the country laneways, ready to rob all the hearses and the coaches on their way to St. Mary's Church. Do you know St. Mary's Church? Up there, the old ruins, and the Holy Well nearby. You probably passed it on your way, did you? No? You'll know it if you see it. Every year on the 8th of September, people would gather here all the time to celebrate the Nativity of the Blessed Virgin. They'd go into the little opening at the back of the Holy Well and dip their head, bathe their eyes, and take a little drink of holy water in the hope of curing whatever ailed them. Now, like most gatherings, people only came for the beer. So when the priest said they weren't selling any more alcohol at it, everyone went, and the festival soon fizzled out. I remember once, on one of Mammy's many adventures, we took a detour in the graveyard. It was dusk, and Mammy was saying, "We're going on the hunt for Dracula." I was like, we came across this hole, and when I looked inside there were bones. And I said to Mummy, "Look in there." She put her head in and she went, "Hello?" There was a scratch, a rustle. The next minute, a black mass went into her face. She screamed. I ran, legged it out of the graveyard. It wasn't until I heard her call me name, in between the laughs, that I turned around. I think the rabbit that she disturbed got more of a fright than we did. I saw the bushy tail end of him hopping away as I went back to join him. We planted a little memorial tree at the end of our road. Every branch and leaf represents somebody we lost. And every year, these lovely white orchids bloom, just tiny little ones. I've always been a homebird. Probably the reason I only got as far as Castle Curragh from Drumheath. You see, I know I can always go to Roundabout Cafe at the community centre and see a friendly face. There's that much going on there with the men's sheds, Ferroagud, the Scrambler Club. I mean, one day I might be out with the swings pushing my own little kids. You know, I keep saying, "Want to get a move on? TikTok and all that." I'm involved in football myself. They were looking for volunteers for the girls' teams, and my mum was like, "Oh, Ma, like I'm real busy, I'm up to my eyes and work and everything, you know, I just don't have the time." And she said, "I've nothing but time wearing you 5. Point taken. She put it to shame. She's into everything. Every initiative. If it wasn't for her and those like her, there's no way Mulhuddard would have won the Pride of Place award. I was so proud of her getting that award. And when she walked off the stage, she came down to the table and placed it in front of me, and then stood back and smiled triumphantly. And then out of the corner of her eye, she sees this Fingal County Councillor. And she says, right, I'm going over there to ask them what the story is with these changing rooms. We're waiting too long. And it's like, Ma, can you not just enjoy your award? And she said, and when I get back, you wait 5 minutes and ask them the same thing again. She was gone. See? There's good and bad everywhere. And I'm not being biased. Well, maybe I am. But nicer people in Mulhuddard do than me. And for all the travelling I did in my 20s, I met the other half in London, and guess where they're from? Clonsilla. Like, how difficult is that? And now I'm here on my big day, getting ready to leave my old life behind and start a brand new life. Big, scary, grown-up life. My man's like, about bleeding time. I'm like, wasn't my fault I couldn't get married. Just had to get through a referendum in 2015 to get permission. Light. It's great. This was my home, with my parents and my brothers and sisters. But what I'm realising now, bricks and mortar don't make a home. It's the love, the people inside that hold for you. And whenever I have the other half by my side, I'll always be home. My grandmother sang a song for my mother's wedding. Whenever I hear that song, the Black Velvet Band, I always think of her sitting by the fireside, playing her spoons. Apparently she was a very quiet, timid woman. Obviously none of us took after her. According to our Georgina, my ma's working on a party piece for my wedding today. I was like, really? Surprises? Right. Like, I'm kind of raging, she told me, because the stress of waiting on her to spring it on me, do you know what I mean? Will it be before the meal? Will it be after the meal? Will she wreck my meticulously planned day? No, it'd be great. I'm really excited. Okay, how do I look? Am I alright?
Gorgeous.
Okay. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm dying to get married and all, but I'm really dying to see what my ma does. This is the first time we're meeting all the in-laws. You never know what you pull out of the bag. I suppose there's only one way to find out. Will you do your party piece?
Yeah. Her eyes, they shine like diamonds. You think she was in off the line. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Now.